Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Sukhnandan Singh, Associate Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Dev Sanskriti University, Haridwar, India. The topic of my presentation is Uniqueness of Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta and its Relevance. Swami Vivekananda was one of the most influential Hindu leader and spiritual giant born in 19th century India. He emerged on the world platform with his thundering presence at the 93 Chicago Parliament of Religion. His personal magnetism and dynamic delivery left an indelible mark on the audience and the American psyche. At the center of his teachings were the rational and practical interpretation of Vedanta, embedded with the spiritual realization gained at the feet of his master, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He worked tirelessly for the dissemination of the message the rest of his life. What is Vedanta? Literally speaking, Vedanta means the end of the Vedas, which are referred to as Upanishads. Vedas deal with the rituals, whereas the prime concern of Upanishads is spiritual knowledge. In fact, Upanishads are the source of Indian philosophical tradition. Spiritual knowledge is the main subject of Upanishads. But Vedanta is not confined to Upanishads alone. There are three authorities on Vedanta, called as Prasthantraya. Out of the three authorities on Vedanta, Upanishads are the chief one. The other two are Brahma Sutra, the compilation of Upanishadic teachings by sage Vyasa, and Gita, called as the nectar milk of the Upanishad cow, milked for the Arjuna as cow. All the masters of different Vedantic schools, they have established their tradition by having their commentaries on the Prasthantraya. Shankaracharya is the oldest master of Vedanta and the greatest one. The central theme of Shankara's Advaita can be considered as Brahm Satyam Jagan Mithya, Jivo Brahmeva Napara. That is, only Brahm is real, world is false or illusory, and individual soul is Brahm, not different from it. But due to the influence of Maya, Brahm appears as God, separate from the world and from the individual. In reality, there is no difference between the individual soul and Brahm. Liberation lies in knowing the reality of this non-duality, that is Advaita. Thus the path to liberation is finally only through knowledge. Vedanta of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a Vedantic in his own fashion, but like other masters of Vedanta, he also derived it from the Upanishads. He declares at places that he has quoted nothing but Upanishads. Sidewise, his thoughts seem to be deeply influenced by his master Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Along with this influence was the rational mind, illumined intellect, and the compassionate heart of this warrior monk, which molded the Upanishadic Vedanta in his own fashion, as per the need of the hour. Declaring the divine goal of human being, he says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of the religion. Doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary details. The uniqueness of his Vedanta can be discussed under these points. Number one, faith on self. This is the starting point of Swamiji's teachings. First faith on yourself and then on God. He even calls a person atheist who does not believe in himself, even if he worships God, says Swamiji. If you have faith on all the gods you have created and still have no faith on yourself, there is no salvation for you. Strength is what the Upanishads speak to me from every page. Stand up and be strong. Take the whole responsibility on your own soldiers and know that you are the creator of your own destiny. All the strength and success you want is within yourself. Uniqueness is Swamiji's call to action. In the track of Gita, Swamiji stresses on the life with action. He calls this world a great gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. He says, don't fly away from the wheels of the world machine, but stand inside it and learn the secret of work. Through proper work done inside, it is possible to come out. His life filled with tireless action, relentless fight and intense struggle was the embodiment of this ideal. No wonder his utterance, arise, wake and stop not till the goal is reached, has inspired generations to life of action. Thus Swami Vivekananda inspires us first to stand on our own feet and then get ready for the struggle of life. The secret of morality unfolds gradually. Advaitic basis of morality. In his words, Advaita and Advaita alone explains morality. Every religion preaches that the essence of all morality is to do good to others. But why? What is the reason that I should be moral? You cannot explain it except when you come to know the truth as given in Gita. He who sees everyone in himself and himself in everyone, thus seeing the same God living in all. Know through Advaita that whosoever you hate yourself. They are all you. Herein is morality. Here in Advaita alone is morality explained. With morality comes the spirit of service. Ideal of service. This is the another uniqueness of Swami Vivekananda. He stresses the idea of service as a means of spiritual progress. Shiv Bhave Jeev Seva was his watchful to the human. For him, the highest form of worship was to see God dwelling within all beings, and especially in the poor and the underprivileged. To serve the poor with attitude that we are serving God was to him the greatest worship of God. Thus we see Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta with lofty spiritual ideal grounded on solid humanitarian base. Renunciation and service as national ideal he asserts time again. Self-realization coupled with the human welfare is the motto he puts before us. Significance of Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta. Swamiji had a great influence on the contemporary generation, from common masses to the elite class. Eastern and Western thinkers were equally mesmerized and influenced by his charm and magnetism, says Christopher Isherwood. The spirit of his evolution enormously influenced Gandhiji and influences Indian thoughts to this day. Bill Duran, the great American historian, says, Swami Vivekananda preached to his countrymen a more virile creed than any Hindu had offered since Vedic days. He defines God as the totality of all souls and calls upon his fellow men to practice religion not through vain asceticism and mere meditation, but through absolute devotion to mankind. My ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind their divinity, and how to make it manifest in every moment of life. Besides, Vedanta can be the basis of universal religion. Swami Vivekananda, in his Chicago address in 1903, had proposed the ideal of universal religion. If there is ever to be a religion, it must be one which will have no location in place or time, which will be infinite like the God, and whose sun will shine upon the followers of Krishna and of Christ, on saints and sinners alike, which will not be Brahmanic or Buddhist, Christian or Mohammedan, but the sum total of all these, and still have infinite space for development. Swami Vivekananda later on proposed practical Vedanta as an option to the need of universal religion. In his words, Vedanta has nothing to say against anyone, whether you are Christian or a Buddhist or a Jew, a Hindu or a Mohammedan. It only preaches a principle and leaves a method to you. Take any path you like, follow any prophet you like, but have only that method which suits you, your own nature, so that you will be sure to progress. Vedanta does not quarrel with other sects. The Vedanta has no quarrel even with those who do not understand this divinity of man. In the end, I would like to conclude my research paper with the Swami Vivekananda's call for the spiritual awakening. Asserting the spiritual birthright of human being, Swamiji says, everything that is strong, good and powerful in human nature, it is the outcome of that divinity. There is, as it were, an infinite ocean behind. So potentially, each one of us has that infinite ocean of existence, of knowledge and bliss as our birthright. Therefore, children of divinity, do not sit idle, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. The time has come when this Advaita is to be worked out practically. Let us bring it down from heaven unto the earth. This is the present dispensation. Let its teachings permeate the world till they have entered into every pore of society, till they have become the common property of everybody, till they have become part and parcel of our lives, till they have entered into our veins and tingle with every drop of blood here. That's all. Thank you all. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.